In this video, I will show existing providers, meaning those who already have license numbers, have been certified, and given the go-ahead by LDOE, or you've already been in business for quite a while. Okay, what we are going to do, or what I'm going to show you how to do, is request access to your entity. Now, you'll log into this dashboard if this is the first time you're logging in or using Edlink, and everyone will see this new user dashboard. It'll say welcome and then your name. Now, once you complete your request and they get approved, when you sign in, your dashboard will be completely different. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a moment. So the first thing that we're going to do is request access to entity. And again, if you're a new user, or excuse me, new provider, you're all new users, but if you're a new provider, you will retain this dashboard until you have your license number. So do not worry, okay? So we'll go to access to entity. We're going to go to Edlink security. And we're going to go to request permission. And remember, you can pause this anytime. Okay, this will be defaulted and checked right here first, so leave it there. We're going to go to early childhood. Just make the exact selections that I'm telling you to. Edlink Ops Portal, District and Local. Okay, and notice how they're highlighting for you. And now you're going to put in your location. Okay, now if you put too much of the title of your center in, it likely will not come up. It may, but sometimes it can be too definitive. So just start with a little bit of it. If for some reason you're putting the name incorrectly, and you know you are, then add the address. See how this has 320? I can just say 320 and everything with 320 will come up. Okay, that helps a little bit more. All right. Also, for those of you who are FCC or in-home family homes, your location, sometimes your names are even a little bit more familiar than centers. So using your first name, your last name, or your address, please do the same. Just try all varieties when you're searching. All right, so now up here, it reminds me what I've selected so far. So if I am the director and going to be the entity manager, because they're not always one and the same. And what I mean is, if you have multiple centers, then it's likely that you have an administrator or a secretary that might be doing your renewals for you, or each director at each site does their own renewals. So you have to figure out where you're going to be in that mix, okay? So if you're going to be the first one where you have an administrator that does all the renewals for all the sites underneath that umbrella, then that individual will be the entity manager, okay? And you will be the staff administrator. And remember, these are only Edlink access roles. They have nothing to do with your title at your center. Okay, and so nobody's demoting you or anything else. You are still the director. This only has to do with access to what you see and can manipulate inside of Edlink. The role definitions are also on the Edlink training page. But just a quick rundown, the entity manager is kind of like the wizard behind the curtain. They can change everything. They can discontinue your CCAP. They can file applications for entity changes for you. They can do everything for you that you need for your business. The staff administrator, this individual will have access to KinderConnect for the attendance roster. We'll be able to manipulate that, as well as all staffing information. They will assist you in keeping your credentials up to date, showing what's expired and what's about to expire, okay? So these are the main ones. Now, these other guys here, the other staff and staff are the same thing. Every staff member will need to request staff or other staff. Every one of your staff members need to have an Edlink account active inside of our security system, okay? And that's for future enhancements that are in the plan. we want to make sure that everyone has their account set up so that you'll be able to use those new enhancements later on, okay? So today we're going to pretend that we are doing the entity manager. Remember, one entity manager per site. Okay, so now over here, you'll have it listed in the permission selected. Now, I'm not going to hit submit because this is an active site, a public site. So I'm just going to close, but you're going to hit submit. And that request is going to more than likely come to me or another LDOE staff to approve that. So where I'm closing, you would be hitting submit. Okay, but we're not finished yet. Okay. So now what we want to do is you'll come back once you hit submit, you'll get a blank page like this again. You'll land right back on this page for your next submission. Okay, so you're going to select Security Administrator Access. Now this is just the entity manager. The staff administrators and all other staff do not need this one or any further ones for that matter, except for KinderConnect, but I'll go over that. Okay, so early childhood. This one, we're going to select the Edlink security access. Only the entity manager needs to select this one. Okay, so I'm going to put the 320 back in there. Select the location. You're going to select the only one in there, select local, and then check this little tiny box. And then you're going to submit it. Now, if you are a type 1 or 2, then you're done. Okay, you wait for your roles to be approved, and I will show you how to log into your account or show you what it looks like in a bit, but that's all you'll have to do. Once you receive the notification via email that you've been approved, just sign back in on this landing page here. And your dashboard will be an entity dashboard, and I will show you an example of that here in just a moment though, okay? But if you are out of time, just make sure you log back in and you're good to go. All right, so let's pretend that we are a type 3 or an FCC so that we need to request access to our KinderConnect. Okay, so we're going to go to General User Access again, Early Childhood, KinderConnect. So far, it's pretty obvious, right? But just remember, you can pause this to make sure you get the right selections. Okay, so we're going to put in, let's see if we can get someone in here with a last name. We'll just do, I'm sure there's Williams, if it's spelled correctly anyway. Okay, so here is a provider. Now, the only one that you will choose is administrator. Do not choose user. Okay, and then you're going to check this little tiny box. And what this red tag for here is it's reminding you that it's allowing you access to all of the personal identification information of these children. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now this request, I'm going to close again, but you would hit submit. So if you're an FCC or type 3, you would have 3 requests that you need to make if you're entity manager. Okay, you need the entity manager, you need the security access, and you need the KinderConnect. Now, I'll show you what it looks like up here. Let's go back here so we don't cause any issues. Let me show you how to do the staff administrator. Okay, so we'll stay on the general user access. It defaults to that. We'll do early childhood, Edlink Ops portal, district and local. Okay, hit into your location. And then you're going to choose staff administrator. Now notice you don't have any security access over here that you need to worry about. Just hit submit. The only other one that you're going to request, and we're just going to hit request permission to clear that again, early childhood, and then KinderConnect, because you want to have access to KinderConnect. All right, and remember, you're only going to select the administrator and check the little box and then hit submit. So staff administrators for type 3 and I don't think you'll have any for FCC, but for type 3s, you will have KinderConnect and your staff administrator roles, okay, that you need to apply for. And again, the entity manager, there can only be one per site. You will have entity manager, Edlink security access, and KinderConnect, meaning only your CCAP administrator. Okay. And you'll, when you see those options, it should make sense to you. But remember, you can always back up and rewatch something. Now, once you have access, let's see, let's see if I can get you one. Okay, so once you've logged in to your computer, all right, that's much better. Sorry for the technical challenges there. But once you log back into Edlink, after your roles have been approved, then you will see a dashboard that says welcome back in your name. And you'll also have your entity information right here. Let me choose one here. Here's a type 3. Okay. So you'll have your address, your license details, helpful links. Now your start renewal button, some of you will have a different layout. You'll either have it like this. This will be dark gray if you're within the 90-day window of your expiration and you can start it. If you have a different layout under quick links, you will see green buttons and it'll be the second to the right. And it'll say start renewal, submit renewal. Okay. And that is about it. All of this other information over here on the side. If you will join me in one of my training sessions, I will be more than happy to go over all the specifics of your dashboard, how to fill out an application, how to make entity changes, how to add and remove or edit staff, change of ownerships, and so forth. Okay. And that is it. And thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, you can always start it over and pause it if you want to, okay?